Welcome to NASCAR Heat Mobile Cup Series Season 7, Race 6. The Firekeepers Casino 400 at Michigan International Speedway will begin in a few short minutes. But first, let's do a recap of the last race at Texas. So, NASCAR F1 fans started on pole, but I was able to take the lead and win my second race in a row. Lucas K will be starting on pole today here in Michigan. 30 laps. Here we go. And the green flag is out. We are underway here in Michigan. So obviously, this is more laps than we normally do at Michigan. Just like last week at Texas, 10 extra laps. Texas was 40. This one is going to be 30. We usually do 20 at Michigan. Michigan is very similar to Auto Club, so expect a lot of similarities. We'll see if Lucas K can sweep those races. He won Auto Club, trying to get his third win of the season here today in Michigan. I am also trying to get my third win of the season, my third win in a row. That would be a record. No one has ever won 3 races in a row, as Lucas K leads lap 1. I really hope I can win this race. 3 wins in a row would be huge, and there's a lot of time to do so. 30 laps. Just got to remember, whoever might be leading at lap 20 might not win this race. Those extra 10 laps might play a huge part in the finish of this race. Michigan's been a track that's been on the schedule every season since the first season. Last season, it was the penultimate race. It was just before the playoffs started, just before the Championship 4. It was the final race, and Lucas K won that event. His second win of Season 6. After missing the playoffs, he went on to win 2 out of the 3 round of 8 races. So if he made the playoffs, he would have locked himself into the Championship 4 good with 2 wins. And of course, I won the race at Bristol, locking myself in. Me and Lucas are in a tight battle for the points lead right now. Him and I both battling for that regular season championship. It's only race 6, but those points are going to be very important. We still have about 5 or 6, I think 5 races until the playoffs start. Because this is race 6. So yeah, 6 races until the playoff starts, including this one. So that's not a lot of time, and I was able to take the points lead away from him with my Texas win. But he is trying to take it back today with a win at Michigan. This would be his 3rd win at Michigan if he can get it done. This has been one of his best racetracks. He has multiple wins. I will take second place from Stop Motion Brothers. Keep an eye on that battle. Stop Motion Bros still looking for his first win of the season. He almost won at Auto Club, but came up just short, getting passed by his teammate Lucas. So he's looking for some redemption here today. I feel like someone who's been kind of quiet that we need to keep an eye out is NASCAR F1 fan driving that number 1. He has 2 poles this season. He won the pole for the 500 and then also won the pole last week in Texas. Usually it's one of the Hendrick cars, Lucas K or SMB. They are really good at qualifying, but that one team has really showed up for qualifying, and he's got 2 poles on the season, tied with, I believe, Stop Motion Bros, because it was F1 fan at Daytona. I won the pole at Atlanta. Then it was SMB at California and Phoenix, and then F1 fan at Texas. So yeah, this is actually Lucas's first pole this season, which is kind of shocking. He's usually I haven't really kept track of how many poles everyone has, but it's usually the 5 or the 9. And every once in a while, like the 18, me or F1 fan will sneak a pole in there. But, yeah, I mean, this is a really, really good track. I remember, I was thinking earlier, some really good finishes we've had. Season 1 was a really good finish. The 8 of Mickey and Jeffy show, winning that race to advance to the playoffs. Bryce Benton was up there almost getting his first career win. He would get his first career win later in the season at Kansas. There was a bunch of guys up there that race fighting, for their first career win. And it's just really cool to see when these guys are up there fighting for wins when they might not have any. So far, it's the two drivers who have been dominant this season leading the way. Me and Lucas K. Just flip the order. Lucas K leading right now. But when he catches up to lap traffic, we'll have to see what happens. You know, I was using the outside earlier in the race to try and make a pass on SMB. So hopefully I can do that again when it comes down to lap traffic. But that's still probably about 10, 15 laps away. So Lucas K has some time to kind of gap the field right now, which he has done. You can see the gap. Probably about 3.5 seconds between him and I. So 45 of Kurt Busch is doing really good right now. That used to be Cookie, but he left after Daytona. So unfortunately he didn't stay, but Kurt Busch has been doing really good in that 45 car. Very impressive performances so far. I believe he was up in the top 10 in Atlanta, and he's up in the top 5 right now. That 45 car is kind of a sleeper car. You know, you wouldn't really think it's going to be that fast, but it has been very fast this season. As I'm taking the outside, that might give SMB an opportunity to get to my inside. Which lap traffic's the main thing I'm thinking about. I'm not too worried right now, but once we get down to like lap 20 or 25, if I'm losing ground, then that is an issue. You know, this would be a very huge win. Like I said, first time anybody's ever won 3 races in a row. The most is 2 in a row. That's happened lots of times. Obviously, Lucas K won 2 in a row at Atlanta Auto Club, and then I won 2 in a row at Phoenix and Texas. But no one's ever done 3 in a row. And, you know, we sent out a post. Can BA3 do it? Can he win 3 races in a row and become the first ever driver to win 3 races in a row? And we're going to find out here today. This fine afternoon in Michigan. See, the 50 cars running the outside. That will be the first lap car Lucas will encounter. He should easily be able to get around him. I'm definitely going to need to move down to get around him. I cannot keep running that outside once I catch up to the 50. As we're on lap 12 out of 30. You know, it's definitely interesting trying out these extended lap counts. We're not changing Charlotte. The plan right now is to keep Charlotte next week as 30. So Charlotte will be the normal 1.5 mile distance. After Charlotte, it's Martinsville, which Martinsville is usually 50. Dover's 45. Glen is 20. And Chicagoland is 35. So again, those are subject to change, but that's what I know of right now. Like, I thought this one was only 25, but decided to do 30. Instead of adding those 10, or instead of adding the only 5, he had to 10 extra laps. But yeah, just gonna have to see what happens when we catch the tail end of the field. Lucas should be doing that momentarily, should be getting to the 50 here any second. As yeah, he'll get to him this lap, but I suspect he'll be able to get around him easily. As the current gap is about 6 seconds. So Lucas has been pulling away a lot, but you're gonna see that gap starting to slow down a ton once we catch the tail end here. Coming up on lap 15, almost halfway through this race. You know, the laps go by quick here at Michigan. It's a really fast track, one of the fastest tracks in NASCAR. These drivers are going almost in excess of 200 miles an hour. As here comes Lucas to take lap 15. And yes, he easily gets around the 50 car. That was an easy pass for him. We'll see if I gained any. It's about 5.5 seconds, so about 5/10 I was able to gain that lap with him struggling maybe for a little bit with the 50. The 50 car is Rebel Alliance, which obviously driving for a smaller team, he's definitely not had the best season, but good to see him still out here, you know, spreading some love to those lower teams. As we'll have to see, where will Lucas be now? As we are halfway through this race, 15 down, 15 to go. As that gap should start shrinking pretty fast now. Unless he's able to maneuver around these guys. See the 12 of trombone players there. He's looking for some points. He definitely needs some this weekend. He's trying to make a run at the playoffs. I don't know if it's going to be possible. As that was a 39.8 for Lucas. We'll see how much I was able to gain. As now the gap is only 4.5 seconds, so I gained a lot right there. Man, we'll have to see what's going to happen, though. Am I going to be able to get around these lap cars? You know, just thinking of what's at stake. This is 3 wins in a row. The first time anybody's ever done it. It'll extend my points lead by at least 5 points over Lucas. Even if he finishes second, I'll still gain those 5 points. My car has seemed pretty maneuverable. So we'll see. That was a really slow lap for Lucas. Me and the 9 are definitely going to be there. Lap 18 out of 30. You know, think about this. If this race was 20 laps, Lucas might be able to hang on to it, but he's probably wishing that this one was 20 laps, but it is not 10 extra laps. You know, I know I'm making a big deal about that, but that is big. We've never done that. We've never really extended or shortened the laps of any races. This is kind of the first season we've messed with the lap counts. As yeah, I will be there this lap. Just question is, will I be able to take the lead? It's going to be lap 20 when we come back around. That was a 40.0 for Lucas. So he is slowing down a lot. Rest of the field going by. Bryce Benton, after finishing 3rd last week at Texas, he's not having a good run at all. Unfortunate for him. Let's see. Will I take the lead? Lap 20, 11 laps to go. I take the lead in Michigan. To the lead with 11 laps remaining. Question is, will I be able to hang on and become the first ever driver to win 3 races in a row? You know, at this point, you're probably questioning if this is scripted. It is definitely not scripted because, you know, those coins are limited. You know, they're not replenishing. So even if I wanted to script it and just do the races again, like until I win, I couldn't do that because it would risk running out of coins and all that. We don't want to do that. Definitely not something we want to do, especially considering we don't even know if next season is going to be possible. Just because of that fact with the coins. Because obviously this game got taken off of the App Store. So the timers and stuff no longer do anything. You know, where it counts like your fuel and all that stuff you have. And it looks like I'm struggling a little bit with the lap traffic. That was a 39.2 that lap, but I've got a pretty big lead over second place Lucas. As the 24, that is NASCAR Fan 5, Season 1 champion. He has taken that position from F1 Fan. I believe that's 4th or 5th. I'll have to look next time we come around. But I'm really happy with how things are looking right now. Man, I really want 3 in a row. This would be huge. And also, it would tie the record for most wins in a season, and there's still so many races left this season. And just to be able to tie that record this early would be huge. 3 wins. No one has ever gotten more than 3 wins. I was thinking it was going to happen last season with SMB. He started off by winning Daytona and Auto Club. But he just wasn't able, because I was thinking he was going to just win every race at that point, but he wasn't able to get past 3 wins. He almost did several times, but just wasn't able to. As I'm a little worried, I keep getting stuck behind that 77. And Lucas K has gotten around the lap cars, but he gets stuck behind another group. Man, I need to get around this 77. I cannot let him hold me up anymore. Coming up on lap 25. It's going to be 6 to go when I come around. Man, those extra 10 laps might prove to be a good thing for entertainment purposes, but a bad thing for me. I'm just hoping I can get around the 77 this lap. Doesn't look like I was able to. Nope, still stuck on that outside. 6 to go. As Lucas is trying to fight his way around those cars, and look like he will be able to. This might be good. Lucas K, after seeming like he lost the race, might be able to come back and get the win. Obviously, I'm hoping he doesn't. I want to win 3 in a row really bad. It's going to be 5 to go when I come around. I just need to get around the 77, and I think I'm good. If I can just get around him and stop getting held up, I think I will be fine. We'll have to see what happens. Still stuck behind the 77, and that 5 car is coming. 5 laps to go. This is a worst case scenario for me right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to hang on unless I can just clear that 77. I was thinking the lap traffic wasn't going to be an issue, but oh, this is going to hurt so bad. But it's not over. 5 to go. That's a lot of time. Even if he passes me, I might be able to get him back. Because Lucas's car doesn't seem to be as versatile as mine is. But we'll see. Will he be able to get the lead this lap? 4 to go. As that 77 is really holding me up. Here comes the 5 of Lucas K. Can Lucas K come back after it looked like he was down and out? Or will I be able to kind of put up a fight here? I don't think I will be able to, though. Man, this one's going to hurt, but it is what it is. Lucas K also trying to get his 3rd win of the season. We'll just have to see who has the lead when we come back around. You know, there's still a lot of lap traffic to go. You can see, here we go. 3 to go. Lucas K takes the lead here in Michigan with 3 laps remaining. Can he hang on? Man, this is if he can hang on, this is a very impressive win. And this might get him the points lead back. It's going to be close. Man, this hurts for me. I thought I had it, but it's not over. It is definitely not over. Definitely not over. If I can get around the 77 and try and chase him down, something could happen. Coming to 2 to go. 2 laps to go here in Michigan. I'm still just stuck behind that 77. Man, if only I was able to maneuver or use that bottom lane better, that would have been good for me. But now, Lucas K trying to get his 3rd career win at Michigan. This has been one of his best racetracks, one of his favorite racetracks. And he's only got 1 more lap to go coming up until he wins his 3rd race of the season and gets another one here at Michigan. Here he comes. White flag, 1 lap to go. It looked like I was going to be able to pull off the 3 in a row, but unfortunately the extra 10 laps in this race proved to be costly. And Lucas K, the 3-time champion, he's hunting for another championship this season after the disappointment of last season. It's going to be back-to-back wins at Michigan Raceway, and his 3rd win of the season, tying the record for most wins in a season currently set by SMB in Season 2 and, of course, last season. Out of Turn 4, Lucas K is going to grab his 3rd win of the season. He wins it at Michigan. Looks like I will come home 2nd. Not bad. Definitely wish I could have gotten the win. Yeah, P2 there. Not bad. Kurt Busch is going to be 3rd. Good run for that 45. NASCAR fan 5 in 4th and F1 fan in 5th. So that is your top 5. Man, that one hurts, but GG to Lucas K. He earned that one. It looked like he was down and out, but he came back late in the running to steal the win. But to be fair, he deserved it. He qualified on pole. He led the most laps. Had the fastest car by a mile. Lucas K gets it done. You know, I'm definitely very confident that the wins record is going to get beaten this season. You know, he's already at 3, and we still have more than, we're not even halfway through the season. So, yeah, just letting everyone finish. Of course, there's lots of lap cars that are in here that still need to finish. But, yeah, congratulations to Lucas K. What a comeback. Again, looked like he was out of it, but he comes back and wins his 3rd race of the season at Michigan. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.